of you have ChatGPT but are very basic. Perfect. Great. So what I can understand is most of you are new to ChatGPT, right? And you are just trying to explore it and learn more about it, right? So that's perfectly the agenda for today's session, right? What we are trying to learn, we are going to understand the objectives for this session would be to learn about ChatGPT, that is introduction. As many of you have not used it, I will just run through that. Secondly is, how can, there is a term called prompt engineering. We'll try to delve into that. What is prompt engineering? Why is it required in ChatGPT? Okay. And then we will try to understand, right? Because the topic for today is master ChatGPT in 60 minutes. At the end, I will also run through. So, most of you are basic, users, but we will try to understand some data science aspect of it. That is how you can tune ChatGPT for your use, for your use in the sense, for your use in the sense for your applications, right? So for example, if you are developing an application, how do you use ChatGPT for it? And how do you use or fine-tune ChatGPT? Okay. So this will be delving a slight on the advanced side of it. But rest, we will try to keep it very simple. As I can see, most of you are basic users here. Okay. Perfect. So is this the agenda okay to all of you? Can we start the session then? Perfect. Thank you. So all of you may have heard about a buzzword right now, or not a buzzword, it is actual word which we all are using right now. It's a reality, artificial intelligence, right? But the current buzzword is moving from artificial intelligence towards generative AI or artificial intelligence. All of you, can you write this? Generative AI. Right? So what is generative? Can you write this and send it to me? This is the keyword, generative AI. And if I have to tell you, ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is a generative AI model. Okay, is a generative AI model. So generative AI is the keyword here. So what do you understand by generative AI? Why the buzzword has changed from AI to generative AI? Okay. The idea is, till ChatGPT was demonstrated, right? Mostly AI was used for predicting, right? So suppose it has learned some things, right? It will only uh, predict based on its learning. Okay, based on its learning. So for example, if I showed AI that whether an image is of cat or a dog, right, it would be able to classify that it is a cat, for example. Okay. But when it comes to generative AI, right, what is the capability in this AI? It can, as the name suggests, it can generate based on its learning. Okay. So the algorithms, I'm using another keyword here, algorithms which powers generative AI, right, are something which came into prominence with ChatGPT. Okay, and that is why it went viral. This was the first time or a first product in which people saw that AI could be used for generation of new content. right? It was not just predicting, or it was just not reproducing the old content. It was generating new content. And that is why the world is now moving from AI, or the buzzword is moving from AI towards generative AI. Okay, this is a layman way of explaining what is generative AI. I'm not getting into the technical side of it. But how many of you are clear with it? Right? So for example, if so, is this clear? There are two things now. One is ChatGPT, which is a product of a company called OpenAI. How many of you know about it? OpenAI is a company which is currently controlled by Microsoft, right? So Microsoft has bought a huge stake in OpenAI, and OpenAI is the company which has a product called ChatGPT, right? It has a product called ChatGPT. Currently, the version of ChatGPT being used is ChatGPT 4.0, right? And before it, right, the ChatGPT version which went viral was 3.0, which went viral in November 2022, and it was the fastest platform to have more than 1 million subscribers. Okay, so it was much faster than Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. ChatGPT was viral in terms of even having subscribers on its platform. Those who are clear till here, one is important, OpenAI. I can show you its, website. So OpenAI is this company which has created uh, ChatGPT. Now recently, one of its other product, which you all will be learning or using in a very short time, it's a mind-blowing product. I have started using it. It's called Sora. All of you, can you write this? Sora. Okay. So Sora is now a recent product, or being launched by OpenAI, which can create video out of text data. Okay, so it is a powerful tool. Maybe it will change the way you all view videos now. Why? Instead of viewing videos, you may start creating your own videos and watch it for your entertainment. Okay, it's called Sora. What is Sora? You can create video out of its text, just creating video from text. Okay, that's where generative AI is moving towards. Okay, so this is one new product or recent product which is being propagated by OpenAI. The main product of it is ChatGPT. You can see here ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is a product of OpenAI. It is into research and deployment company. Our mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity, right? It was started as a kind of non-profit organization where it focused more on, competing with companies like Facebook, Meta, Google, Amazon's, right? To create the best of AI models. But now it is being controlled by Microsoft, right? So this is about the history of ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT, there are three key terms here. ChatGPT is what? A generative AI model, okay? And the model which it uses are called LLMs, large language model. I'm not going into the data science part of it, but there are large language models which run behind ChatGPT. Okay, so these are the models. It's called LLMs. So many articles you will find for ChatGPT, they are using a reference LLMs. Many where you will find generative AI based models, they are also referring to ChatGPT. Okay, All of you, you may want to write this LLMs. You will find it in a lot of articles, large language model. Perfect. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. So next is large language models, LLMs. The next part of it is what can we do with ChatGPT, which we could not do earlier or was not demonstrated earlier by different AI models, right? Let us try to understand that. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? Are you able to hear me? LLMs, large language models. This is the keyword I want all of you to take away. Okay. So now, if I have to demonstrate, previously you may have all used chatbots, right? You may have still be using chatbot. Suppose I go to some bank website, right? If you see here, there is a chatbot, and suppose I'm conversing with this chatbot, right? I say hi, it is answering back, welcome back to ICICI Bank, right? I say, remember me as AJ. So it is not able to understand this, right? It is not able to understand. I'm not sure if I got that, right? But if I ask relevant question to it, what is home loan, right? It will be able to answer me that. What it will do, it will take me to the relevant pages related to home loan, right? But if I ask, what is weather today, right? It will not be able to answer the same. Can anyone tell me why? Why whenever I'm asking it some intuitive question, it is not able to answer that? Very good. So most of you have mentioned that a term that it is not trained to answer that. So the AI, the model which is running behind the chatbot is not trained to answer those questions, right? Now, come to ChatGPT, right? First of all, ChatGPT has been trained, if I can put it this way, most of the text data available on the internet, okay? Most of the text data which is available, ChatGPT has been trained on that, okay? Okay. So here, most of the data, text data which is available on the internet, right? It has been trained on. Unlike the chatbot on the bank website. How many of you are clear with this? Is it making sense to all of you? That the ChatGPT has been trained on most of internet, right? So now let us, with this understanding, come to ChatGPT, right? Let's go to the ChatGPT website. So I think that is already open. Yeah, we can go it. So this is the ChatGPT website on openai.com. Let me click on try ChatGPT. So if you see here, this is how ChatGPT looks like, right? So this is how can I help you today? This is ChatGPT 3.5 and there is ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 4 is the latest model, but if you want to use that, you'll have to pay $20 per month. Okay, so it is called ChatGPT Plus. That's a paid program of ChatGPT. Is it clear to everyone that if you want to use the latest models of ChatGPT, latest capability of ChatGPT, you may have to enroll for ChatGPT Plus. Okay, now if you see, what is the difference between ChatGPT and chatbot? So here, this box, okay, wherein I send a message to ChatGPT, I say hi, right? It is replying back by saying, hello, how can I assist you? Right? How can I assist you today? So now, this is called in prompt. So I am prompting it. It's called input prompts. What it is sending me out is called output prompts. How many of you are clear with this? This is called input prompts. This is called output prompt. Okay. Prompt engineering in general refers to the inputs which we are sending to ChatGPT. So suppose I say, remember me from now on as AJ. Okay. So it is asking me, of course, AJ, I will remember that. How can I assist you today? So how many of you are clear with this? What is prompt? Prompt is nothing but the messages which we are sending or invoking ChatGPT with, and output is what ChatGPT is sending, right? Therefore, how we send the message determines how ChatGPT reacts. So, for example, now if I ask, many of you are code developers here. So, let me show you one capability of ChatGPT. Can you provide me a Python code which I can run on Google Colab and through which, sorry, let me, Google Colab, and through which I can play tic-tac-toe with the computer. The code should be smart enough to not lose any of the games. Okay. So this is a code I'm asking ChatGPT, which has been trained on kind of the whole of database of available on internet. Let us see whether it is able to create a tic-tac-toe game wherein I have also put a condition that it should not lose any of the games, right? So suppose I send this code. How many of you are understanding what's happening? It is writing to me the code or which I can run on Google Colab. So suppose I open Google Colab. Google Colab is a service of Google on which I can run Python codes. So if you see here, I've done this. I've copied the code. I've pasted it here. Tic tac toe game. How many of you have observed? I just copied it. I even didn't look at the code. I didn't even read anything. I just copied the code and boom, I'm running it now. It is asking me which row and column you want to enter your thing. So suppose I say 1 and 1, right? So if you see, I put 1 and 1. So 0, 1 and 2. 0, 1 and 2. So it is starting the column numbers and row numbers by 0 index. So 1 and 1 is the middle one, X. Machine has put it here, O. Let me put it here. It will be what? 0, 1, 2. 2, 2, right? So 2, comma, space 2. I have put it here. You see the machine has put it here. Suppose I put it on first 0 row, first column, right? So here I have put it, machine has put it here. So if you see, it is able to play the games with me. How many of you are observing it for the first time? So suppose I didn't know anything about Python. I'm just telling it to write the code. I didn't even look at the code. It has written a flawless code, which would have taken maybe, for a new developer, a lot of time. I could have customized this code by saying that it should lose. So suppose I ask this question, make sure that the code should not be smart enough. All of you, please observe now. Not be to not lose any of the games. So suppose I say that you make a code, but it should not be a code which wins. It should always lose. So suppose I ask that. So suppose I do this copy code. I go here. I paste this. I stop this. Okay, I'll have to first quit this. Anyways, it's quit. So suppose I run this one now. Again, it's asking me row and column. So let me say 2 and 2. Yeah, so it has put it here. X, machine has put it here. Let me put here. So it will be 0 and 2. So I put it here. You can see it has put it here. How many of you observe this? So it is purposefully trying to lose with me. Now suppose I say 1 and 2. I win the game and you win. Is it making sense to all of you? So I'm customizing the code according to me and it is able to do within no time. Okay. Similarly, suppose I'm writing a code. Okay. All of you, please observe. I'm making an error in this code. This was a running code. I showed you all, right? So suppose I make an error in this code. I remove this. Okay. I remove this. And if I ask it, please debug this code. So suppose you are working in a project and you wanted to debug some code, you can just copy paste it. And here it will say, okay, the debug version is this. So you can see here, I had removed column from where? Uh, I don't remember. Let's see. It will write it here. So if you see here, check winner where it was this, it has been corrected to board row call. How many of you are impressed by it? That without, I just copy pasted my project code. I'm asking it to debug. It is not only debugging, it is telling me where the debug has to be done. Okay. So this is how smart it is. The other thing, all of you, if you observe, let me check in my prompts. Amrita is asking SQL script can be debugged. Yes. So suppose here if I ask, can you tell me uh, how to, so many of you are not from coding background. Suppose most of us need to reply to an email. Can you draft me a small email wherein I want to complain to my bank on an unnecessary charge on my credit card, right? So suppose I ask this, so it is it is drafted an email for me. You all can see that upon reviewing I notice an unexpected charge after carefully examining my transaction history. I couldn't identify any corresponding purchase or transaction that would justify this, right? Now, suppose I ask, can you make the email only of 2 lines? So it is saying, I have noticed an unauthorized charge on my recent credit. Please investigate and rectify it urgently. So if you see here, it is a very crisp and straightforward email rather than the elaborate email. So I can customize it. I can ask it to do. Manish is asking me, does it remember my name? We can check that. Can you refer me with my name, please? Can you see here? All of you? This is what I meant by intuitive. It is so intuitive, it remembers my previous chat. Does Google do that? Right now, if you see the search which we are doing, it doesn't remember any context. Here, this is the intuitiveness of ChatGPT. It remembers my name, and wherever I ask it, it will take that into account. Okay. Any other examples? Can ChatGPT derive complex Excel formula just via text? Yes. That is where Copilot is coming in. It is a Copilot is a core. So one of you is asking, can ChatGPT be used in Excel directly? The answer is yes. There is one product already launched, Microsoft Copilot. It uses ChatGPT, and instead of you writing formulas, etc., on Microsoft Office, you will have a Copilot where you just mention in text that, create a painting for me, or say for example, write the Excel formula to sum two numbers. Suppose I just write that, it will provide you the formula. Copilot will work on that. You use the sum function. So this will be available. You can ask this to ChatGPT also. So if you see here, it is giving me the formula, how you can do it. Okay. Other than that, for example, if I ask ChatGPT, which all of you will require is, can you please edit uh, I am giving a webinar to learners. I am very good at it. Good at it. This is an example to teach how good ChatGPT can edit also, right? So I am saying it, please edit, and I'm passing this sentence. You can see here, it has edited this sentence. And exactly, I am hosting a webinar for learners showcasing my proficiency in the subject matter. This serves as a prime example to demonstrate how ChatGPT can assist in editing tasks as well, right? So this is how it has created, it is able to understand instructions. Okay. So this is where prompt engineering comes into picture, right? Chat GPT behaves the way we want it to behave. Therefore, in the products where we want to use Chat GPT, a lot of prompt engineering is required so that it behaves the way we want it to behave. We want it to behave. Okay. And that is why a lot of companies which are using ChatGPT, they want to hire prompt engineers so that they can play around with what is the best prompts which helps them get the best results out of ChatGPT. Those who are getting clarity here, please raise your hand or let me know. Now, many of you are asking a lot of productivity related ones, right? So three I have shown. One is to all the developers here. I think you have already understood how ChatGPT can be used to generate code, debug code. In general, I have shown how you can use ChatGPT to write emails. In general, I have shown how ChatGPT can be used to edit emails, right? Even that, or edit new sentences, you can use that. Okay. Apart from that, right, ChatGPT can also be used for conversations. For example, if you want to learn about, for example, can you all suggest me something you want to learn about? All of you, can you tell me about some topics, maybe technical, non-technical, you're researching on or you want to learn about? Okay, so many of you have mentioned, say, about emotional intelligence, right? So please explain to me emotional intelligence in a very layman and concise way, right? So if it is trying to explain me, emotion is referred is the ability to understand, manage your own emotions as well as recognize, empathize with emotions of others. So it is able to do this. Apart from that, suppose if I ask, can you explain or can you prepare me for an interview where I'm applying for the role of supply chain analyst, right? What questions should I prepare for performance analysis of the supply chain? Suppose I ask this question, right? So suppose here, can you describe your experience in supply chain? How do you define, measure key in supply chain management? Can you provide examples? I can also ask it, can you please answer the question number 13, right? So here 13, this is the beauty of ChatGPT. It remembers the context. So if you see, how do you prioritize improvement initiatives based on supply chain performance analysis? It is answering me full blown. When prioritizing improvement initiatives based on, I typically follow a structured approach. This is the result. If you all are a subject effort, if you expert, if you read on this, it is exactly what you want to, it is a very good answer which it is trying to give here, right? It's not nonsense which it is printing. It is giving or generating a very relevant answer. Okay, Ram Pratap is asking if Chat GPT and Bard are same. No, okay, I think you mean by Bard, right? So Chat GPT is a product of OpenAI. Similarly, you have Bard, which is a product of Microsoft, sorry, Google, right? You have Llama, which is a product of Meta, right? So these are different LLMs or generative AI models promoted by respective companies. Okay. Yeah, Keshav is correct. He is mentioning that Bard is known as Gemini now. He is correct. Recently, it has been renamed as Gemini. Okay. So all of them are LLMs, large language models, and all of them are used for generative AI. Okay. Now, one of you have asked a question. Uh, you know, I think there are some messages on a coursework, right? So let me just go through that. So there is a program by SkillUp, right? So one of you has asked, what is the benefit of joining this program, right? What is the benefit of joining this program? So if you see here, first of all, one of you has crudely asked that if we can learn from ChatGPT, what is the use of this program? So first of all, how to use ChatGPT itself, we have learned now, right? But that is not the only thing about ChatGPT. There are a lot of layers inside ChatGPT, lot of detailing inside ChatGPT, which you will learn only with, some directions, some help, and some practice. So this course is about that, right? So first is you understand there is a coursework by SkillUp, right? It is taken by, industry experts. Industry experts are involved in creating this curriculum. Industry experts are involved in teaching you this live sessions. So one is discovering ChatGPT, conversing with the future of super intelligence. So here you learned about the basics. Many of you have not used ChatGPT, are very new to it. We go into the detail of what is AI up to how to create your login program to ChatGPT, right? Second is optimizing ChatGPT for prompt design. Now, I have just shown you very generic way of prompting ChatGPT, right? This is a very generic way of prompting ChatGPT. But there are a lot of models which are used in order to teach ChatGPT, in order to use ChatGPT more effectively. It is called prompt engineering. Is it clear to everyone? What is prompt engineering? Learning how to prompt ChatGPT, which is the AI model, so that you can, get your output more in the most effective manner. Okay, effective manner means in the way you want it, in the way you expect it to be, right? So that is what you will learn in the module, that what is effective prompt designing and what are the different ways to prompt, right? There are different models to prompt, there are different plugins available to enhance your prompting capabilities. All these things are taught in this second module. Okay. The third module, it consists of how ChatGPT can be used for enhanced productivity and streamlining your workflows. So for example, ChatGPT can be used for task management. It can be used for research and information gathering. Many of you have asked, how can I use ChatGPT, say for example, you know, um, creating synthetic data, right? So all those things, how the prompts can be optimized, we will learn in this. How you can use it for content creation and editing. Today, we mostly create content, say we want to tweet or we want to put an Instagram post. How do we create the content for it? How do we use ChatGPT for communication and collaboration? How do we use it for personal productivity and well-being? So all these will be taught with case studies and hands-on projects. Okay. Similarly, ChatGPT for coders, just as how we did for code generation, for debugging, how to do code documentation, code research and retrieval, all these things will be taught in the module 4, which is ChatGPT for coders. Mastering ChatGPT models, this is where we go into the more technical side of it, wherein we start learning how to tune the ChatGPT models. Now, suppose you want to use ChatGPT for your application, right? So ChatGPT cost, right? There is a lot of costs associated with using ChatGPT. So the one which we are using right now directly on its platform, which is free. ChatGPT 3.5 is free. But suppose you want to use it on an application. You have developed a application and you want to use it there. In that case, you will have to go to ChatGPT and you will have to connect with ChatGPT using an API. So this is what this module will teach you, how to create an API in ChatGPT and how you can invoke different models. Say GPT-4 models, some models are more costly, some models are lesser costly. So this is the technical side of ChatGPT, where you understand how do you integrate ChatGPT in your application, right? So these are the exciting modules, right? At the sixth module is more about how do you create your chatbot, how can you do, different applications you can generate with ChatGPT, like text generation application, language translation application. All these things will be taught to you in these modules. Ultimately, we will also teach you the other generative AI, models like Hugging Face Transformers, DALL-E, Midjourney, etc. All these will be taught to you, right? So this is answer to the question one of you have asked. What do you think, or what will we learn in the course, right? So this all will be provided to you by an industry expert, right? And at the end of this, you will get a certification which will be very useful for you, which will show you in industry that you are committed to upskilling, learning about new, new technologies, and you know how to use ChatGPT at a more serious level, right? So this is about this course. The course fees right now is 5,900. If anyone wants to join this course, you can enroll for the same. Perfect. So one of you have now asked, can ChatGPT use to summarize, right? So that is what. So suppose I go, let me open a website. One of you have asked, can ChatGPT use for summarization? So suppose we go, we click on suppose we, if this is scrapable website, if it is scrapable website, can you summarize in 2 lines the news? Okay. So what it will do? Perfect. Wow. I'm also impressed. So if you see here, I just gave the link of the website, right? Of the URL I want to summarize. And it is giving me the summary of, it is going on this website. ChatGPT is going to this website. It is reading this article and it is summarizing it for me. In a thrilling cricket match in Ranchi, praises the challenging pick country, expresses at its remarks on the Unveiling, highlighting its significance against India. So this is something which is about this article. So I hope you are getting the idea. It is not only able to summarize, it is able to web scrap, get the data, and also print the summary of it. Perfect. Is this making sense to you, all of you? Yeah. Perfect. If anyone has any queries now, please ask me, or I'll move towards the more advanced topic of ChatGPT. So if I have to summarize today's learning, I hope all of you have got a good sense, good foundation now that ChatGPT is not only a buzzword for you. You understand its origin that, okay, it started from OpenAI, right? It has been bought by Microsoft. There were different versions. It went 3.0 went viral. It went viral. Why? Because it showed generative capability, right? Sora is the new product of OpenAI, which may go viral very soon, right? And then what productivity or what is the intuitiveness in ChatGPT? What productivity can we get from ChatGPT? I showed you some examples. I also explained to you prompts. What is prompt engineering? I did that. And now, at the end, I showed you one more feature of ChatGPT, which is web scraping. Can I click a pic and ask him to answer? Yes, Sachin. So Sachin is asking, can I upload images in ChatGPT and ask it to analyze it? Yes, that is also possible, but it is not possible in 3.5. You will have to get access to ChatGPT 4. Okay, I hope Sachin, this answers your question. Yash is asking any capabilities for regional language application. Yes, let us check that. So, for example, can you write a sentence? Hope you all enjoyed the session on Chat GPT in Kannada. So Kannada is a local language in Karnataka. I'm asking it, can you write a sentence in Kannada? I'm not sure. Let us check this. So suppose this is what it has written. Let us ask it to translate it into English. Translate to English. Perfect. So this seems like, I hope you enjoyed the session on ChatGPT. We can also cross-check it on Google Translate. Let's go to Google Translate. I hope you simply enjoyed the discussion on ChatGPT. So I think it has done a perfect job, ChatGPT, in asking, when I asked it to write this sentence in Kannada, it has done that. Okay. It may not be fully correct. Yash Bhadwa has mentioned that, but you can tune it then, right? Do we need to buy paid version to complete this course? The answer is no. We may give you demos on ChatGPT 4. You can take a call whether you want to buy it or not. But most of the things which we want to do will be available on ChatGPT 3.5. We may have to, when you go for API development, you will require access to ChatGPT API, which will cost you money, but that will be free. ChatGPT provides some free usage of its APIs. We can use that for the coursework. ChatGPT has real-time data? No. The answer is no. It is trained on data with a lag. ChatGPT 4 is trained up to more recently, ChatGPT 3.5. I think it is trained up to data of 2023, March. Let us check that. Till what data points are ChatGPT 3.5 trained on? So it may give, it is January 2022. So it is pretty old, right? Suppose I ask it, what is the Prime Minister of India? Right? It will be able to answer it because it knows 2022. So it is saying by 2022, Minister was Narendra Modi, right? But for the recent one, it may not know. If there was any change now, it may not have known. ChatGPT 3.4 is more recently trained, but it is paid. Perfect. ChatGPT used in Python language, the answer is yes. Perfect. So I hope all of you enjoyed the session. Perfect. Do let me know what your feedback is. As I started the session, most of you mentioned that you were pretty new to this field of ChatGPT. Therefore, I kept it more simpler. Few of you have mentioned that you already knew a lot of from my previous sessions about ChatGPT. You did not learn a lot of new things, but we had a majority of crowd which did not know about ChatGPT. I hope this session was useful for all of you, right? Those who wanted more advanced discussion, I'm sorry if I couldn't bring that up, but most of the learners or most of the participants were very new to this area. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So Rajaram is asking, can we download the app from Play Store? Yes. ChatGPT is available on Play Store and Apple Store. You can download it from the same. Perfect. Great. Thank you all for your feedback. Hope you enjoyed the session. Take care. Keep learning. Bye.